Hello everyone, John Joker 12 back here again, and I'm here to talk about a specific video that I've been wanting to do for a while now. Ever since practically the end of Battle of Gods came out, I've wanted to just make a personalized video about just giving my thoughts on the future of Dragon Ball Z. Seeing as how Battle of Gods, the film, has revived, so to speak, the life of Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people have been asking themselves on YouTube. I've watched and heard a lot of other people's thoughts, and a lot of things are interesting, and a lot of people have a lot of different things that they want happened to the series, and I could honestly agree with most of what they're saying, but I just wanted to give my thoughts. And seeing as how I have the perfect opportunity, might as well just make a video talking about it. Now, this video is also going to not only give my personal thoughts on what the future should be, but I also just want to ask, what are your thoughts, and basically, what do you think should happen, and what do you want? But let's just get right into it already, seeing as I've already been talking for a minute, rambling. Finally, the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z video game is out. It's done. Fuck it. That's what it is, and just let it pass by already. And now we can get in some real work, which is something I personally want. We still don't have Battle of Gods English dub. Still don't have that. I already saw that coming, but I was at least hoping, seeing as how we're already past the first month of freaking 2014, we still don't have a dub, so what can you do? I guess it's one of those things you have to give up hope on. But then again, recently, Dragon Ball Z Kai is going to be coming back with the Buu Saga, which is also something interesting. But not only that, Toriyama himself actually started doing some interviews about whether or not he's going to do a sequel to Battle of Gods. So, generally, there is going to be a future, and Toriyama's still going to be involved, but I've also heard a lot of people give their thoughts on whether or not Toriyama should stay on Dragon Ball, and he should just hand it over to people who would actually work on it. Personally, I feel really 50-50 with the whole situation. I can't personally see anyone else work on Dragon Ball without Toriyama. I mean, like, you just have to have him somewhere in there. I mean, like, he's what gives Dragon Ball life, and to have someone else work on it, kind of just a stab to the heart. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things where you have to look at it and say, like, it's not that bad of an idea. I mean, like, George Lucas did it, and people are 50-50 about that too, and I don't know, I personally don't see it as a bad thing, seeing as how if you watch Battle of Gods, and I am no way just putting it out there, I am in no way trying to bash Battle of Gods. I love the movie. I love it. It's one of my top 5 all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z films. But at the same time, there's a lot of problems with that, and a lot of those problems are because of Toriyama. He's been so out of the game that he hardly even knows his own work, which is not me bashing him. I mean, there's tons of fucking things that I fucking forgot that I worked on project-wise, so I can't really give him shit. But at the same time, I mean, this is a major motion picture, and there's like a lot of things wrong with it where you could have really tweaked that at even the last minute and made it 10 times better. But that aside, a lot of people have been suggesting that that he should just give it up. You know, give it to Toei Animation, give it to like upcoming new manga artists, and just let them deal with it. And I kind of don't really think that's a bad idea. I personally would also like to see, like, upcoming good, like, new artists and writers to work on it. I mean, like, just so we don't have Toei Animation just do whatever the fuck they want, because seeing as how we've seen what happens when they do that, which is GT. So that aside, I just want to, if Toriyama was actually taking in consideration that, well, maybe I'm too old to do this, and maybe I should just give it to someone else who could actually do a good job, I kind of am okay with it. At the same time, I kind of hate it, so I don't really know. Based off of what Toriyama's been saying, there's a possibility that he's going to come back and try and do a lot of new things, but at the same time, everything that I've been hearing kind of feels fandom-ish to me. I ever since the end of Battle of Gods, there's a lot of been talk of what the extending plot line should be. Where should they go from here? And personally, a lot of it just sounds like fan made shit. I mean, like alternate universes, alternate versions of characters, you know, dimensions, multiverses. It's like, god damn, it's like taking something that's cool and making it X-Men. You know, Dragon Ball and X-Men are not the same thing, so why do we have to create alternate universes and dimensions and shit? It's like, it's just a waste of time. I just want to see Goku be Goku and do his adventures. I don't want us to see alternate Goku where he's actually Kakarot and he's destroying planets. I don't want to fucking see that. I mean, it's interesting, but I'll rather watch it or read it in like a fan-made comic book, personally. It's not really my thing, and I don't really care. That aside, a lot of things I've been hearing are kind of bullshitish to me. And all I really want, if there's going to be a future to Dragon Ball that I can personally get into with my age, seeing so I'm not a kid anymore, I have to, you know, have some kind of reason to continue to have this anime, this franchise, be my favorite of all time. So I personally, if they're gonna continue with the storyline, I personally would want Toriyama to continue with the proceedings in manga form. I personally want to see Dragon Ball back in action in the manga. I mean, like, I know Viz has been putting it back out again, the full colored version, but I want to see manga Dragon Ball, new manga Dragon Ball. I don't want to fucking see another movie. I mean, I would want to see that, but I want to see the manga too. I mean, I am a huge fan of the manga, which everybody else is. The art is amazing. Toriyama is an amazing artist. And that's what I personally want to see. As for anime, I'd love to see a new series. There's been lots of talks about whether or not there's going to be a new series, but there hasn't been any full concrete on whether or not it's going to happen. On the anime side of it, I personally, if they were going to start doing another anime, regardless of what Toriyama does, I personally want to see them do a reboot of GT. Like, let's just exclude GT for what it is and just reboot it. Like, I personally would see that. I mean, GT has a lot of flaws. A lot of fucking flaws. Let's fix those fucking flaws and make something awesome. You know, let's just fucking do it. You know, why are you gonna fucking leave the story as it is when it was a piece of shit? You know, then again, the overall ending to Dragon Ball itself is kind of bullshit, but at the same time, endings aren't always the best. They're always either anti-endings or what the fuck were you doing kind of moments. But I personally want to see Toriyama come back, write down a plot line of where he wants to go. I want to see Goku deal with more realistic things. And when I say realistic, I don't mean like go all Christopher Nolan and make it like ultra realistic. I do love the fantasies of the Dragon Ball world. It's just, you know, just give it more dimensions and more dynamics than what we're accustomed to see on Dragon Ball. Other than that, I personally don't really know where the future of Dragon Ball is really going to go. I mean, it can go here or there. You know, that's the basics of what it is. You know, you can't really say what's going to happen because Toriyama, I don't see him handing over his work that easily, even though he basically has done that in the past already. I just don't know. I really don't know. I personally, my fantasy of the future of Dragon Ball, I personally want to see a dubbed version of Battle of Gods first off. Let's get the dubbed. I personally want to see what Toriyama does with the sequel if he ends up doing it, and I hope he obviously fixes what he did wrong in the first one. And personally, I want to see someone new come in and help Toriyama. I mean, like, I know Toriyama and I know people in Japan like to do things their own way, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with having help. A director needs a writer needs a director to make his shit. That's what you fucking need. Let Toriyama be the boss, but at the same time I want him to take ideas for what it is. I mean, like, I personally just want to see Dragon Ball go into the new direction, but in a good way, not in a bad way. It's like, it just needs something new and something fresh and original. And I personally would just want to see none of the characters break away from their characteristics. I just want to see them in just in a new world. That is, I don't really know. I hope everyone tries to get the overall plot. Well, not really overall plot, but overall gist of where I'm coming from. I personally just want to see Dragon Ball reach new heights. There's plenty of tens of thousands of new manga artists and new animes being made, and I want to see Dragon Ball like come from the fire and fucking get up there too on the top 5 ranks or something. It just needs to be there. But I guess I'm going to end it here, seeing as how I'm pretty much rambling and this video is getting too long. Overall, all I have to say is the future of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball in general, is it's just one of those things that we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Toriyama's apparently gonna continue working on it, and I just can't wait to see what happens. But overall, I guess feel free to comment. Personally, I want to know your guys' thoughts, because that's the overall reason I'm making this video, is because I want to know other Dragon Ball Z fans' thoughts on what the future should be. But here's some questions. What do you think? Do you think Toriyama should hand his work over and let new up-and-coming artists and animators work on it? Do you think the sequel to Battle of Gods is going to suck, or is it going to be better than the first one? Do you think he should return to creating a new volume of Dragon Ball in the manga form? And also, what's the slight possibility of Toei Animation ever rebooting GT or ever recreating another Dragon Ball animation series? I personally would like to see it so they can fucking redeem themselves of what is GT, but that's all I gotta say. The future of Dragon Ball Z, I just can't wait. I hope there is a future, because that would suck if there wasn't. But that's all I have to say, and this has been John Trigger 12.